Hi everyone, this is Muad from JB Academy. In this show video, I'm gonna to discuss two lessons, which is lesson 5.2, patterns and equations, and lesson 5.3, which is more patterns and equations in grade 6. Here I start. Our objective will be, by the end of this lesson, students should be able to use patterns to write equations with variables. Now I will give you two examples to show you how we find the rule and the equation and how to complete the table. First example, if I draw this table with some values of x and y. Here I put some values. For example, I put here 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Here I put some value like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, or let's say 9 just. And here we need to complete the table. Now in this question, if I ask you write the rule and the equation to fit a pattern in the table. Write the rule and the equation. Write the rule and the equation. Here, what is the operation that relates x to y? The value of x to the values of y. Now, if I look at the values of x and the values of y, the first value of x was 1 and the first value of y was 6. So the difference between them is 5. But also if we multiply 1 by 6 we get 6. So we go to the second value, which is 2. If I apply the first rule, I add 5 to the 2, it becomes 7. But if I multiply 2 by 6, I will not get 7. So it's not multiplication. But if I compare all the values of x to the values of y, I find the difference between them is what? Is 5. So I can say that values of y are greater than values of x by 5, or values of x is 5 value of x is 5 less than value of y. By this rule, I have connected and I have related the values of x and the values of y. Now I want to write equation to relate the x and y. Of course, I can see now here that the equation is addition equation, and I can write y equals, how I relate y to x, how I relate x to y, how I get y from x. I always add 5 to the x. This is the equation. Always I add x to the 5 to the x to get y. So if I try this, 3 plus 5 equals 8. 4 plus 5 equals 9. So here the missing number, if I said the value of x is 5, here 5 plus 5 equals 10. So the answer will be 10. Now let me give you another example. If I give you this table and I write two variables, for example a and b, I write some values for x, any values. Here I write 0, here I write 12, here I write 24, here I write 36, here it's missing. So now I want the rule and the equation that fit the pattern in this table. Now if you can see here, I look at the values of A and the values of B, and I want an operation to relate them. So if you can see all the values here, 3, how 3 is related to 12? Either by adding 9 or by multiplying by 4. But this rule should be applied on all the values of x. Here 6 plus 9 equals 15. But I said it may be multiplying by 4. 6 multiply 4 equals 24. 3 multiply 4 equals 12. 9 multiply 4 equals 36. So I have got the rule that the value of B is A time multiplied by 3. Or we can say value of A times 3 get, or we can get the values of B. Or we can say the value of B is not 4 times the value of A. We can write the rule. The value of B is 4 times the value of A. Now I want to write an equation that fits this rule. I write the equation. Here I write B equals, how I get B from A, what I do for the values of A to get B, I multiply them by 4. So I write 4 multiply A, or 4A. I can get B by multiplying A by 4. Now I will discuss with you more examples or more complicated examples from lesson 5.3. In this lesson, the tables could be more complicated, and to find the rule or the equation, it needs you to be more careful. And in this lesson, you will use some equations to complete a rule or to complete the table. I will show you example. Here we have this equation, y equals 2x minus 7. Now I want to complete this table using this rule. Here I put the input, which is x, and the output, which is y. I put some values for here 1, 5, 3, 6, 5. Now here 7 and 8. Now the value of y equal the value of x multiplied by 2, then subtracted by 7. So here 7, the x is 7, so 2 multiply 7 equals 14. 14 minus 7 equals 7. So I substitute the value of x in the equation itself to get the value of y. Now 8, when the value of x is 8, I go to the equation, I replace x by 8. So 2 multiply 8 equals 16. 16 minus 7 equals 9. In this example, we have completed the table using this equation. Now if I want to write the rule that fit the pattern in this table, we can say the y value is equal to 2 times the x value minus 7. Because I want to write the rule in words, I can say the y value is y value equals or is equal to 2 times x minus 7 Another example. In this example, I will show you how to write equation from a table, but this equation will not be in one operation, it will be in more than one operation. So I give you some values of x and some values of y, and you will see that the values are not related by one operation. 1 7, 2 12, 3 17, and 4 22. Now how the values of y are related to values of x? As you remember in the previous lesson or in the beginning of this video, I told you that you can relate them by addition or subtraction or multiplication, but here maybe it's two steps, or we can say two operations equation. So 1, how is it related to 7? We add 6 or multiply by 7. But if we try on the second one value, if you add 6 to 2, you will not get 12. If you multiply 2 by 7, you will not get 12. So how I relate them, how I get y from x? Either I work mentally, but it's two operations to relate x to y. The most important thing, I find the difference between the y's values. The difference between 7 and 12, it's what? 5, and here 5, and here 5. This difference is very important because and the difference between the x values is 1, 1, 1. So 5 divide 1 equals 5. So the x value, the first step, is multiplied by 5. So I write 5x. Then what? If you multiply 1 by 5, you will get 5. How it became 7? It was added by 2. So I'm trying now. Now I try on the second value. 2 multiply 5 equals 10 plus 2 equals 12. Yes, that's correct. And here 3 multiply 5 equals 15 plus 2 equals 17, and 4. So it's correct. This rule is correct. So, or this equation is correct. So the most important thing to see the difference between the y values and the difference between the x values, then this is the first step that refer to x values or x multiplied by what, or x multiplied by what, to get the y value. Then we see what we need to do to the value that we get to add or subtract to reach to the y values. That's all for these two lessons, 5.2 and 5.3. Thank you very much.